like that, like for me as a woman, if my man doesn't want me sexually, it makes me feel like inadequate. Like, well, is there something wrong? Like, are you attracted to me? Is there someone else that you're getting it from? Like, what's going on? So I personally it's like a compliment to me that my man wants to come and have sex with me no matter what time. Like I've never been in a relationship and denied a man of sex. Like it's just that's not something I do. I don't use my sex as a pawn and as a weapon. And I feel like a lot of women do that. And then, like you said, it leaves room for like, okay, I'm not getting what I want from home. And again, it's not in a way to be like, I don't want you to cheat, so I'm gonna have sex with you every minute. It's in a way of, like you said, I don't want people to misuse me, but use me as much as you can, because that's what I'm here for. I want you to want me, and I want you equally. And I feel like if I'm in love with this man, or even if there's times where like love is not always enough, but I know that I rock with you, I know we're connected. I view sex as a form of intimacy. You're inside of me. That's the closest we can be. So when I'm intimate with you, especially because men are different with expressing emotions. So for me, it's like, if you're inside of me and I'm intimate with you and you're kissing me and I can feel you inside of me, like that makes me feel so close to you. And it makes me feel so loved by you that I'm just like at my highest, like I feel like I can manifest at my highest when I'm in that space with my man. I always want you to feel like you can come to me. And like I said, I've been in relationships where if we stop having sex, I look up like, damn, well, what's happening? Is it someone else? Are you not attracted to me? Like, what is going on? And that's a red flag in my mind. So.
And I love what you said, because I always tell folks, if I choose you, I trust you. But if I don't trust you, why am I choosing you?
Exactly.
So if I trust you, you can access me, right? That's even as a friend.
Yeah.
My best friends, I choose them. I trust them fully. They got full access. I'm accessing.
Exactly.
And really quick, I had clients come to me, they were both 30, and their biggest issue was, for him, she was denying him of sex. And he said to me, Doc, listen what he said, Paul. He said, Doc, and then her issue was he came to her and said he wanted polyamory.
Lord.
Right? So I'm trying to because I'm trying to unravel why he wants polyamory. They're 30. And I'm like, well, is that what you want? And she's like, hell no, I don't want it. And so he goes, look, Doc, man, he goes, I'm 30 years old and I'm masturbating more than I'm even getting sex. He goes, and I've never cheated on her. I love her. It's been 5 years. And I asked her, has he cheated? She
what
said,
you mean?
no.
Wait, 5 years what?
They've been together 5 years.
Okay.
And I said, has he ever cheated? She
I was
said,
about to say, what?
I know, right? Right now, Paul, what's going on?
A long time ago.
So, she said in 5 years, she has no evidence that he's ever cheated. So we got to go with the fact this man is a good man. He's never cheated. And so he says, when I ask her, hey, I want some, she says no. And I asked her, I said, well, are you in pain? Is there something else going on? And she said no. And he said, I said, how do you respond? And she says, I don't feel like it. But she's also wanting this man to marry her. She's also wanting this man to do different commitments, and she also was not okay with polyamory. So I said to her, why do you feel like you have a problem with him, right, using your body as a feeding station? She said, because I feel used. I don't feel loved in that moment. I feel used. I said, okay. I said, but you have a man who would rather masturbate than step out on you, because that's how much he loves you.
Damn.
But you still feel used when he makes you his feeding station. I said, okay, but you don't want polyamory either. She says, no. I said, if it's abuse or if there's an impairment, for sure, say no. And you always have agency over your body. However, if this man is telling you that I want you as my feeding station, and you can't see that as being a vulnerability in him, a plus in him, a reward in him, then you're going to have a problem. I said, and he's coming to you telling you I want polyamory because he's still trying not to cheat.
Damn.
And I told him, I said, listen, if you go into this marriage and we don't fix this, you will have a sexless marriage.
Damn.
You will. So what I'm saying is, what ended up happening is this young woman has daddy issues. And the fact that she doesn't feel valued by her father, she doesn't know how to receive love and value from this man.
Yeah.
So her trauma is eclipsing her from seeing this man is faithful, this man loves me, this man is intentional about me, this man wants to marry me, and he's into me.
Yeah.
right? And so all I'm saying is there's all these barriers that people come up with, and it isn't always the man's fault. You got men who are really in session doing the right thing. And a lot of times men are not as vocal with their women about the issues because good men don't want to hurt their woman. So a lot of times they withdraw from saying, baby, you got daddy issues, or baby, this is not okay, or baby, I can't be masturbating he said I masturbate 3-4 times a day, doc.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. But they're also
He's
30
built up.
having sex only once a month.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right? And so you have all these barriers in relationships, but when you see people break through these things and you really see them get to the other side, it shows you the essence of love, and it shows you how doing the work works.
He's not black.
Who's not black?
He wasn't a black dude.
Yeah, he was a great looking, good man, black man, and great couple. They're still together and they're working through it. Those type of stories are very, very enlightening.
Yeah.
I just want to start this off by saying, ain't no fucking way.
I was gonna say Willie looked pissed off.
You want me to marry you, but you don't want to fuck me, girl? Fuck you. Like, what are we talking about? That don't even make sense. Like,
What are
you
you
want
talking
you
about?
want me to marry you, but then you don't want to fuck me. What? Like,
Wait,
I've heard
Willie,
a lot of delusional shit before.
Willie,
I've heard of some real delusional shit women have said being on these panels and others. That's got to be the top three.
Why?
but Willie, before you give your,
Go say it straight.
do you believe? I just want to ask him if you believe what she's saying. Do you believe that's a real scenario?
So this is the thing, right? I like to lead with curiosity. I'm not going to assume she's lying because she's talking about somebody else's, just because I don't like the overall body of work that she has from a logical or experience standpoint, right? So I'm not going to do that. But I do know that there are a lot of couples, men who are in sexless marriages.
Yes.
And if from the scenario that she gave, that she's asking that man to be in one like directly, I felt it disrespectful. So I answered it because of that. But if bro said that he's beating his meat more than he's getting some cheeks, that is wild. Like wild. I know women are finna make what if she doesn't feel safe? All that bullshit. Cool, she should leave. But if those before these make these extreme ass they're not married yet. So before y'all make these extreme ass examples, like based on the information given, with no other assumptions being made, bro said he's beating his dick 3 to 4 times a day and getting sex once a month. And the reason why he's only getting sex once a month is because she doesn't feel like it.
So I have a question. So do you think women have to have sex with men as a duty, or do men need to figure out how to turn on their wives for her to be ready? Because a lot of women,
It's a duty.
Oh my God.
A lot of women think that, they can
Dope, you answer this. I'm not doing it.
They can
I got
use like sex as a bargaining chip. And I don't think it's fair, right? I think it's actually very emotionally abusive if a man has committed to you and to only be with you to then now withhold coochie from him. But then the question becomes like, how does intimacy sustain itself? Because a lot of women need emotional connection.
You got one job.
Yeah, like the thing is, like, I understand like the idea that a man has to do all of these things to start to get you wet. When we first met you, you was getting wet like this, like cut it out, like, and they start to say like, oh, I just need, intimacy starts early in the day and all this. Like, I get it, but like, no, just be honest. Just be honest. Say like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe you want somebody else. Maybe this. Maybe I don't know what it is. But be real, so that we can, so that we can get the ball rolling on whatever we gotta do.
I love that you said that, because I agree. Only in relationships can we be real. I unfortunately think. Okay, well, this is a question, really. Do you think that men are also being honest about their intimacy and desire needs with their wives? There's no reason a man should be beating his meat if he has a woman. Why aren't men communicating like, this is a problem for me? Not because of the lack of sexual release. It makes me feel like you don't want me. So why aren't men?
I think
You're saying that men aren't saying that they want sex.
No, what I'm saying is when women reject them, I think men kind of just take it in and internalize it instead of really communicating the necessity for it. It's not just a release. It's like an emotional connection. It's the glue. Why aren't men like telling their wives this? Or
if they not, I think they should before you even get married. I think you need to talk about all of that and what you need and what you know, all of that type of stuff.
I mean,
Before you get married, you need an understanding.
A fiance and a wife of 10 years, two different women.
Well, we're talking about a couple,
saying,
boyfriend and girlfriend right
woman,
now.
but different. Like, she will bend it over backwards. She doesn't have a ring. Once she gets the ring, a lot of women switch up. So
that's the thing. That's the thing right there. I think this is just my personal belief. I know me, like as a leader, like I'm solid, and my girl know I'm solid. She know I'm always gonna be solid. I'm always gonna make logical decisions. But women are emotional, right? So I do think that women need structure and women need something to hold them accountable. So I do think that people need prenups, and I do think that people need these things because at some point you're not going to be in your right mind because you're going to be in an emotional state, and it's just honest. You're just being honest. Me, I've never made an emotional decision in my life. I just don't. It's just not a part of me. I don't like I don't apologize much because like I know I meant what I did and I do it again, you know. And not if I'm doing, I don't do malicious things, but I apologize if I did something
are
wrong.
you saying that you don't make irrational choices and then blame your emotions like I had no control?
Yeah, I would never. I don't call people out of their name. I don't curse. I would. There's not going to be no point in my relationship will I ever call her out of her name.
So do you think a woman who chooses not to have sex with her husband, she's intentionally doing that too?
No, I think I think she's being emotional. I think it's something that might be causing her to something that's causing her to not want to have sex, and it could be her issue. You don't know what it is, but she's operating off of. If she was operating off of logic, she can be like, "I'm gonna have sex with him."
Yeah, because
it's that simple. But something is and true to another reason that like a legitimate engagement. Like I just got engaged, and it's a lot of work having to plan that out. Like you planning out the engagement, you planning out the surprise, you getting the ring, you got trying to find the ring that you know she gonna like. It's you putting thought and you putting time into that, you know. But I do know it is a lot of BS engagements out there, so I agree with you on that. Like I'm just not talking about those guys, which is why I wouldn't qualify those for women. Like I was engaged 4 times. That don't mean nothing to me. Like that doesn't mean that you like what's wrong with you. It got to be something wrong with you that for it. And I'm not gonna believe that you called off every one of them.
I feel that. Okay,
but you're real dope. To your point, the engagement, you're putting in effort and time. Think about what women say. Oh, I've been engaged 3 times. Cap.
Yeah.
You got 3 dudes that went and thought about marrying you and bought a ring, and you established some sort of a serious relationship, and you're 30. Oh my gosh! Like
and
women just say things because it's like it's embarrassing. Like here's the thing, right? Women understand. They're not fools. They're not dummies. Because even as amongst women, I got 4 sisters. I got 4.
Damn.
So I understand the conversations women have amongst each other. The first thing women talk about, apart from like getting their hair done or some TV show that they might like, they always talk about what great guy they met, and he might be the one. All my sisters call me, and all they say to me was, "Hey, big bro, I need your advice. He might be the one," and I'll school them through it. But obviously, they're y'all know my stance on polygyny and all that type of stuff. So because of that, they don't like what I say to them. But when women come on, I've hear women say, "I've been engaged 3 times." Okay, fine, fair enough. You've been engaged 3 times. I don't believe it, but okay, I'm gonna go with it because I'm not there. All right. Why are you telling us that you've been engaged 3 times? That's embarrassing.
Yeah, you have.
That's not something that you gloat about.
It's like when a man,
Crazy.
if a man is married to a woman and he goes out and he's trying to find a job and he's like, "Well, babe, I had 4 interviews today." Like, what the fuck bill does that pay? Like, you gonna send that to Spectrum? I'm looking. It's participation trophies for adults, and I don't believe in those for children. So I'm never going to credit somebody for almost doing some shit.
Also, real quick, like what's
that shit ain't no secret. You hate to say that. That shit is live now. It's look, she uncomfortable as hell.
Also, we got to think about like the men who like are having conversations with you and you telling them you got engaged 3 times already, and it's like, yo, who's going to be number 4? That just sounds a little goofy.